like that. We like that. We like all that. All right, y'all ready? 5, 4. Yo, what's going on, man? It's your boy Monday from My Mixtapez, and you back with another episode of In the Mix, man. But today, we got the champ. 5-time champion, 17-1, 13 knockouts, Teofimo, the Takeover Lopez.
Yo. Thank you for having us. Thank you.
And the best trainer in the world, Junior Lopez. What's going on?
You already know, man. There's a lot of guys out there trying to make it happen. I made it happen in 2020. Where you guys at now?
No cap. Talk it.
Teofimo Lopez Sr., 2020, Coach of the Year.
Yes, sir.
And that's about it.
Yes, sir. Man, it's a pleasure to have you guys on, man. What y'all have built, is so real and so genuine that, I love to come and talk to you guys and see how you guys work. Let's get into it. Tell us how it was growing up, Tio. Tell us, for people who may not know, who are you?
Who am I? Really, it's just, growing up, my upbringing, really, I was born in New York, in Brooklyn, Lutheran Medical Center, which is right there in Sunset Park. I was out here I was in New York till I was 6 years old, and then my father, he decided to make an executive decision and decided to change our lives by going to the South.
Okay.
So we went to South Florida. We were in Miami area, Fort Lauderdale. So from that time, I think that's when I really started to box. But my upbringing really was just my father was hustle, man. He was just a hustler.
Was he tough on you a lot though?
My father roughened me up. He had to he always shaped me up.
You got to mold him right early too.
He sure did, and that was the beauty of it.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, even if it was hard at times. He made me who I am today.
That's real. My dad is kind of the same.
It was hard, man. It was really hard.
That's good.
Explain though about the move. So
yeah, tell us how the move was. What made you make the move to better the family?
It's just I was boxing back then, and just God, I believe everything that happens is God intuition, and
for sure, me too.
He put us in a position where there was a boxing gym about a block away where I moved, and I was boxing at the time. I just to stay in shape and stuff, and. I was doing limos, I was just hustling and doing limos, and I came and I brought my son into the gym. My coach, Milton LaCroix, and had told me, I had told him, I gotta go park the vehicle. I'll be right back. Watch my son. I came back. Milton was like, "Yo, man, you got to start here, man. The kid's really good." And because I had him in Taekwondo for about 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you was using hands and everything,
yeah,
right?
So he started fighting actually like at 2 years old. I had him in Taekwondo. In Taekwondo, that's why I tell a lot of parents, put your kids in Taekwondo because they get physical. You know what I'm saying?
It helps?
Yeah, it helps a lot because they don't get bored. They get physical right away.
Yeah,
competitions.
Yeah. You're right.
Where you go on real competitions.
You're right.
And then you get physical. So he was already, he wasn't scared of going in there and fighting people. The only difference was he was kicking.
Yeah.
So when I came back, he told me, man, you should stop thinking about you and start thinking about him, and that's where. But so I tell, I don't know if you guys know who Milton LaCroix is, but
sounds familiar.
He trains the Logan brothers.
Oh, okay, yeah. I know about the Logan brothers.
He trains one of the Logan brothers. I don't know which one it is, Logan Paul. So, so Milton told me, let's get with him, and from there, man, it was a dynasty from there because, I just saw something special in him, when I really knew where we was going.
That's what I want. When did you know that, all right, I might got some on my hands?
I really knew it at 12 when he was sparring pros, And
at 12?
Yeah, some manager came up to me, he goes, "Yo, you know who just beat the shit out of, man?" He goes, "This guy's about to fight for world title. Your son is only 12. In sparring, and you just kept it on from there. It was real. It was real in the sense that, I had support from the David Powell, the athletic league, from the police athletic league up there in Davie, and they had told me, your kid is talented and we want to take care of him. There was some issues there with them, but I did it because I couldn't afford, taking him to all these events, and he will always win state. So when you win state, then you got to travel to regionals, and then you got to go to then you got to go to nationals. So he will do about 14 or 15 fights, every tournament.
Dang, bro.
So
that work ethic was crazy.
Yeah.
That young.
Yeah. So we used to go up to the, starting from the East Coast all the way up, starting from the South all the way up, north and stuff. And he will always make it in the competitions. And he was always winning, The thing with him was like we had to learn the system, and there was a lot of favoritism.
Politics in every sport, though. It's politics. Them politics gonna be everywhere to stop it now.
You know what's so funny? He never competed international. Like the only fight he had international was a friendly. And in Canada, we went to Canada when he was like 15, I think.
I was 18 already.
You was 18 already?
Yeah, I was 18. Yeah, I was 18 already. It was it was USA team, so we were in the USA national team.
Olympics?
It was just a duel.
Oh, okay.
Duel.
Yeah.
Well, actually, it was a friendly duel, and I'm gonna get to that right now because this is like a book, man. It's crazy because
for real.
We broke a lot of walls to get where we at right now. A lot of people don't understand what we went through. Every time we would go to the gym, all these kids would go back home. Their parents would just drop them off and pick him up. I will stay there with him, and
look how I done paid off.
Yeah, and then right after he would come out of the gym, we would go and train again 2 times more. I would take him to the field, and then after the field, we would go do weight training. So, and this was almost every day, man.
Dang,
it was
bruh.
Like we never stopped. It was every day, every week, every month, and we just kept on going. And it was like, I don't know what got into me, man. I was just like obsessed with it, and I think it was more because I wanted to be with my son more. So nice. He changed my life a lot, I'm from the street, so I was raised at the White Coat Projects in New York, and I was born down there by St. Mark's Place. I know a lot of people know those, that area, Red Hook Pool, all that, and I didn't want that life for him.
Yeah, man, yeah. That's nice you did that,
I
man.
was never a follower. I was always sticking to myself. So I was never into gangs or nothing like that, I never believed in that. And I was a hard worker, I was always a hustler. I hustled for about 18, 19 years.
Yeah, gotta go get it now.
Yeah, so, but that's just your atmosphere, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing else to do.
And that's what you got to do if you want to make it to that next level, because a lot of people don't understand, like, you got to put in this type of work. And why he's saying that you was working this hard, was there any time that you was like, you wanted to quit, or, man, Dad, I don't really see it.
And every fucking day, man.
What?
Every freaking day.
Nah, you good. Let it go. Let it go. Let it fly.
Every freaking day, man. Like, not every freaking day. It was just when he had a bad day.
Yeah.
Like, he had
you
a bad
have
day.
those. You have those.
Like, he had a bad day in sparring, or he had a bad decision, and he lost.
I'm cool.
Yeah, he would just run, and then he would let me out there for 3 hours with the police, crying, looking for him, going crazy.
Damn.
And I just found out about a couple, like 2 years ago, 1 year ago. He told me, Dad, I was always there. I was just like not even a block away. I was just watching you all the time.
Yeah.
I was like, that's crazy, man. That's like really trying to get back at me.
Yeah. You trying to get back at Pops, bro?
I got a boy now. I know it's just gonna come back to me, man.
Yeah.
But that's what it was. I really I wanted to be a perfectionist. Wanted to make my father proud too. At the same time, I knew how dedicated he was into it, and how he really believed what people were saying. I got the goods for this.
That's live, man.
So I didn't want to disappoint him, man. I felt like if I had a bad decision, I just want to be perfect. But there's only one person that's perfect. That's God.
Yep.
However, we try to aim for
We try to get there. You try to be as close as possible.
So my thing, man, I used to have a lot of anger problems. A lot of anger problems. So I'll be so angry. I would just I would leave. I would cry. I would run away. I would run. I would leave the gym after a sparring.
So what has helped that anger? Success? Like, why? Is your anger still the same now?
Yeah,
Because I know you might not quit now, dog. Like, you might not quit now.
Oh, we've been too.
So has the success got it better? Like, I know how I feel. I know what I need to do, to win.
The achievements, they help a bit. However, it's just the maturity side. You gotta the struggle. You gotta.
The struggle never goes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't nobody gonna say that they're happy every day.
You said something right there.
And if you're happy every day, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. You ain't doing something right.
This thing that happened to us and everything that happens is for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Because
I believe
you learn from that.
I believe that.
And I mean, every athlete in the planet has gone through that. And even Michael Jordan. I mean, nobody thought he could ever make it. And
Come on, man. Michael Jordan story.
And you know his story.
Yes, sir.
Losing.
Yes, sir.
Nobody believed in him.
All that
Stuff. He kept on going. So so we happy that all this thing. So let me just get back to the story. So eventually last year, I was like, man, how can we get this right? So I'm sitting down. I take him into the Golden Glove State. It was this last year in the amateurs.
Okay.
I take him to Golden Glove State. Everybody's there. And, he can't make the weight. We because he was struggling for 132. And that was back in the day.
And that's tough.
No, but I'm saying that's back in the day at 132. And you know what? And he was at 135. His whole pro career until right now that we just fought Kappas. So you got to understand what he was going through. So he couldn't even make.
That's some hard shit right there.
Couldn't even make 132.
It's hard to get them weight down. I want to talk about that too. A lot of people don't know how hard it is to actually lose 2, 3,
because
4 pounds.
It's not a competitive fight
if
you can't make the weight. So that's not a real fight. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You put it in different perspective.
You got a King Kong over there that can make the weight, and then you over here hungry. And
it's gonna be tough.
And you're not eating.
It's gonna be tough.
And you're not eating, and you're not the same fighter.
That's right. It's gonna be unfair.
And then some shit happens to your health. That's why I tell everybody, I know what I got. I don't gotta explain it anymore. That is done and gone through it. I know what's coming. His time is coming.
Yeah, for sure.
And I know that. I'm going to be trainer of the year because of his style, because what I bring to the table and what I shown him. That's entertainment.
How did you think you got there? Like, okay, you was boxing in the beginning, but now it may be a different game. How did you get to learn the game now? Were you doing a lot of studying?
No, man. I was just laying down looking for people to try to help me all the time. I even had Gamboa's father try to help me. I had the Milton LaCroix try to help me. I had
Chill.
I had Anthony Chill, that he was from Florida, but he was actually from Washington. He moved to Florida, and now he's in Dubai. He was actually with the heavyweight. What was his name?
Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua. So I was always trying to look for somebody, man. Right after that time, when we was struggling to make that weight for the Golden State, that was the first competition. Was in February, I believe.
Okay.
First competition, right? And this was our last year. I told him, this is the last year. We could never make nationals to go and fly with the United States team.
But this was the opportunity to, though.
This is the year. So I'm like, we make the weight. We was the last ones to weigh in. He tells me, man, I can't fight hard, Dad. I'm gonna have to box.
Wow.
So, cause he was a boxer. And I told him, all right, man, just box. Cause he couldn't feel, his legs and stuff like that. So he boxed, man. He boxed the hell out of this dude, man. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful performance. A top dude, and we beat him. And that was only like to open up the Golden Glove states. Like that was just because so many people, they had to break it down into like 5 or 10 fighters. I don't remember how many fighters it was for his weight division. And he made it. I'm gonna make it fast. So I go back home and I'm laying down watching my freaking phone and I'm looking at videos, because that's what I do. I look at a lot of videos. And all of a sudden I hear, I'm not lying, man. I never heard this in my life. I heard this voice all around my head. And the voice said, all I want is you. Bro, I threw my phone away. I freaking jumped out of the sofa. I'm like, what the hell was that?
What?
So I always been a believer in God, man, and it cannot be the devil.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was a positive. It was a positive message. Since that day, then I started understanding. All right, so you got to help me with this, you know. I understood that way.
Yeah, I got you, but you got to help me now.
So from that day, we won 27 straight fights that year.
Damn.
Beat everybody in nationals,
That stepped in that
Olympic
ring.
trials, Olympic qualifiers, Golden Glove nationals at 17.
Damn.
You know, we did everything that
What was it? Wait.
that all the greats have done.
I won 3 national tournaments that year. Alone. That year alone.
Beating the best guys, the guys that were supposed to go to the Olympics at 132.
Yeah, and then the final one on the cherry to top the cherry was the Olympic trials. The U.S. Olympic trials.
Did you showed up?
I won.
We won.
Damn.
We won the Olympic trials.
I won the whole thing to represent USA, and because of politics, they brought somebody else that they had already in the team for a while.
Did that affect you? How did you feel? How did y'all feel?
No. It affected the United States because what happens is
gold medal.
The United States don't like nobody to dictate what they do.
Right.
That was
USA
the first year since 1904. That's why this is a story that could become a movie or a biography or whatever it is, because he was the first fighter ever in amateurs since 1904 to lose to an international association that came in and corrupted. I don't want to say corrupted.
I mean,
allegedly corrupted the USA boxing. And if you do your homework, you go out there and find out who they are. I don't want to say no names.
Yeah, for sure.
Because they stopped him. They stopped the U.S. from bringing the best talent.
Like the people who they know, like, we gonna win with this. They just took who they wanted to have.
They just gave this dude that didn't even win, because they said that they put out their own tournaments internationally for money, right? So they bring all these cats. The Brazilian was number 1,
right?
And they bring this other dude. Some Russian dude that was number 2. They bring another dude that was number 3, and then the United States was number 4, which Carlos Balderas, into a tournament that nobody even went to. And this dude only won 4th place in that tournament. And you're supposed to be in first or second, and they let you go straight. You don't
he
even
was
gotta
4th?
Yeah. And he was 4th. But because of the corruption, they let the guy that won the first and second place fight another competition to qualify again.
I know you felt played. I know you felt some type of way.
That's just crazy. You know what I'm saying?
y'all felt some type of way.
I mean, we explain this to everybody all the time, and so in that competition, those guys won again.
Yeah, they did.
First and second place. So what they said, you know what? Let's move the Russian that was 3rd place and Carlos Balderas to 1 and 2, and that's how Carlos Balderas got in.
So they got basically 4 of their guys from the from an association that they had, tournament that they had worked on. They had 4 guys all in groups.
Yeah.
All
from their association,
go to the Olympics.
Yeah, you know they said they handpicked that.
Yeah, they handpicked.
You know that.
Yeah.
So the heartbreaking part was the fact that when you win and you earned it, and then when they're about to take a picture with Shakur Stevenson, and you got Nico Hernandez, and you have Charles Conwell, and you have Darmani Rock. I mean, the list goes on and on.
Yeah,
everybody that was there, and
he was the only one.
And we all know each other.
Bro, they didn't even give him nothing.
And all they gave me was a medal, a medal that just said winner, right?
No, man.
And then they bring the guy that they elevated into second place. They buyed him, Carlos Balderas.
He jumped 2 spots.
Then they brought him up with he had a duffel jacket. He took a picture with the whole team. They gave him a miniature ring.
Fight, man.
He didn't have to fight.
Crazy.
He didn't have to fight.
Yo, listen,
and then,
I even told the USA team.
Tough, man. I was crying.
I even told the USA
heartbreaking,
team.
man. It's like I don't want to. It's like
I even told the USA team, yo, let's have a fight out with him.
Yeah, box off.
The dude y'all put out, let's go get in the ring.
But that's how usually like Cuba does it and everything. They do a box off. They do the best with the best, even if they qualified. Even if they qualified.
But they didn't want to do that.
They didn't want to do that because it's either
you
we don't.
You heard like
that's gonna be up in the air. Right?
Yeah.
This is since 1904.
Yeah.
1904.
Now, wait a minute. Now it's affecting everybody in the 2020, it affected everybody.
Shit, they don't get rolled over.
Oh no,
Yes.
it's so bad now. Wait.
People.
No.
Now.
Did you hear about this? It is so bad that I think Paris 2024 Olympics don't want boxing.
What?
Yeah.
Or 2028. It's one of those.
No boxing?
No boxing. They don't want because it's so corrupted. 2016 they had auctions of
Because
medals.
they hand picking, they know who they want in there.
No, exactly. But
Yes.
the thing is that not only they do that,
It's just bad, man.
but the thing is that when they go down to the Olympics, like let's say my son didn't lose that first fight with the French dude, the guy that won the silver gloves.
Right.
No,
the silver.
he won. Yeah, he
the
won silver medal.
He won silver medal, the guy that my son lost to. My
Right.
son did not lose that fight. Every round was 10-9, 10-9, 10-9.
No matter what.
Because
And they still gave it to him in the decision.
because there's already a specific,
what they
specific
want.
number.
Yeah.
So they don't got to make signs or nothing, you know. Okay, we want this guy to lose, so 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. It's very simple, right?
Wow.
So what happened? They disqualified all the judges.
Mm-hmm.
They disqualified all the referees from the 2016 Rio Olympics. So I mean, all the gold,
That's bad business.
all the people
right
that
there.
won gold or silver in the 2016 Olympics,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't really win because it was forfeited. If you disqualify everybody that was there making
It's
decisions,
over with. It's over with.
Over with.
It's over with.
All right.
Technically.
So why is my son the only person that lost in the first round, the only one to make it? There hasn't been one
Bad business.
guy that won gold or silver that's in my son's position right now. There hasn't been one in the amateurs. And we beat the guy, the most decorated amateur in freaking amateur history, Lomachenko. That probably only lost one fight in almost 400 fights. So that tells you a lot, man. A lot of people look at me. A lot of people are looking at this.
Nah, say it. Nah. Because
shit, right?
This one give you the platform to do
They're
it.
looking at this, and they're looking at us, and they're like, man, they don't stop, man. They just keep on, you know.
Because y'all ain't gave us what we
making
need, what we want.
excuses, making excuses.
Won't stop, can't stop.
Yeah, you know it.
You know,
You know
they're
it.
always saying like, oh, they keep on making excuses. They're not excuses, man. This is dialogue. This is on the records, man.
Check the numbers.
It's in the books.
Exactly, it's in the books.
Exactly.
You know,
Nah.
so we fight for realness.
Yeah.
We are real.
Yeah.
We take the realest challenges. Ain't nobody doing what we doing. You know, when we wanted this fight after Campa, we're fighting the guys that are there to fight, man. We wanted Josh Taylor right away, but we couldn't get him because he has a fight with Catterall. Then I said, yo, so let's take that dude, Mikey Garcia guy, and we was in negotiations with him. The guy's training and everything while we doing negotiations because we fighting this dude next.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, everything falls down. That's not up to us.
I'm ready to fight.
Because my promoter is the one putting up that money.
Yeah.
So if they realize and they think, wait a minute, this guy's asking for too much, it's not worth the money, we're not gonna
Don't
put
make
that
sense.
money.
It don't make sense.
So what happened? It fell off. But I'm telling everybody, this dude was training. My son was training because they were gonna fight together.
yeah.
This was a negotiation going for more than a month. More than a month.
Damn.
It fell off. So I said, so who's gonna fight next? If anything, Pedraza is the one that just had started training, which was about a week ago.
But you
a
been
week
in
and a half ago. But St. Martin, whatever his name is, San Martin,
Yeah.
he already had started training because we was in negotiations, right? So what happened? Teofimo Sr. and his son took the easy way out.
Wow.
And try to fight a weak Pedraza, an old Pedraza.
Come on now.
But you know people gonna put things into.
If anything, let me tell you something about facts. This is
sick and
facts.
all this.
Let me tell you something about facts. When Pedraza fought so-called name Gervonta Davis, Floyd was looking for somebody. Bro, Pedraza was working in a freaking sandwich truck. He was like 40, 50 pounds big.
Just looking
They
for
brought
somebody.
that dude down to 130 in less than a month, bro.
Wow.
But put him into the wolves. Man, that's what they do.
Nah, you right.
They smart.
He ain't told no lie.
And this is
that's a fact.
Record. This is truth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't lying.
Yeah.
So that guy,
The reason why
that wasn't the best Pedraza that they fought. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm trying to tell everybody, man. You gotta be in the business to know what's going on.
You
behind
definitely do
the
though.
scenes.
You definitely do.
Because people want to criticize and say things about
They don't even
people.
know. They don't know.
You know, and
They don't
then,
know.
oh, he's mad. He's mad. He's got convulsions in his head. He's got Devin Haney in his head. It's not that, bro. I'm just saying the truth.
Nah, facts.
Why? Man, I'll die on the truth, man, because it's real.
God did.
It's real, bro. It's real. You know what I'm saying? I am a real guy. I do not lie.
I gotta tell the
Man,
truth.
why
You
should
tell
I
how it is,
lie?
yeah.
My son has done every accomplishment that I have said he would do. Okay, and before he even did lose, I said the only way you could beat my son is by God or by health. Nothing else.
That's it.
And what happened?
Yeah.
Health.
And we got proof, we got papers. And you got this idiot Cambosis talking on the freaking, like a couple hours ago, he was talking,
they got nothing.
saying that, where's the proof? Man, the doctors came out there, you idiot. Did you see
that's why you gotta
doctors?
go. That's why you gotta go do what you do, bro.
With with Mark Kriegel.
All them.
And that wasn't us. That was Mark Kriegel looking for the story. What happened to Teofimo Lopez?
You know how they do it. You know they gonna twist
and he
it, though.
said,
You know that.
he brought the doctor on live, and the doctor said he had this complication because the disease is so freaking
Rare.
you know, it's you know, it's a hole in your chest and a hole in your throat. You fighting like that. It's like you
tough.
you got
That's
shot
tough.
twice, bro.
Yeah, that's tough.
So what are you gonna do when you get shot twice? You're gonna go jumping in, trying to get the dude out, right?
Yep.
What do you do when a guy shoots you twice? You're gonna try to jump him and try to get the best out of you can before you die, right?
You said something.
Right? When a guy takes out a knife,
Yeah, you said
when a guy
something,
takes
though.
out a knife, what
You
you
said
do?
something. You
When a
said
guy
something.
takes out a knife, what you do? You run. You got this. Later. I've done that shit a million times. When a guy just takes out a knife on me, I ain't got nothing to do with that. You crazy. I run. You got a gun? I'm gonna jump you. Or I get close to you. You know what I'm saying? So that's
Free game right there. Pops just gave out some free game.
But that's reality, bro.
Yeah.
You know, you panic. Pow, pow. You know, you get shot. You'd be like, oh, no, I'm going forward.
The adrenaline rushing.
Yeah, I'm going forward. I'm going to get you, bro, before I go. If I'm going to go, you coming with me.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? Type of shit.
Yeah.
And that's what happened in that fight. This bum, and I said it, Devin gonna beat him twice. I said it, because this bum, all you gotta do is fight him in the outside. And then finish him, like we did with Kappa. You know, ain't nobody fighting like my son. Look at the styles, look at the movements.
No one ever will.
Look at the way he fights. Look at his
Nobody really doing
movements.
it, yeah,
Look at
yeah.
those slippings and everything.
Nah, I ain't gonna lie though. When I watch you, you can kind of I see the dog. See, I'm a type of guy. I play football. You know what I'm saying? So I know about physicality. You know, so I know when I see that dog in you, when I see that killer instinct, when I know that you could.
But it's not
I'm
about
finna go whack.
Yeah,
something, you know?
he has that, but he has something better. He has style that people like. People don't see that all the time. They be like, what the hell is this guy doing in there? You know, his movements, his catch and shoots. You know what I'm saying? He's thinking in there. But when he's jumping somebody like that, he can't think.
It's tough.
What makes my son special is his thinking.
He got good. He's smart.
And a lot of people don't understand that. We fight out here, brother. We call that the pyramid. We fight out here. We don't fight inside like that.
Damn.
Man, I even told him, bro, this guy's a dirty fighter. You know, that's why Devin was fighting him like that.
Yeah,
because he knew that dude coming in with that head. You know what I'm saying? So that dude only got three. That dude don't got two hands. He got three hands.
He's using his head.
Because he's using the head.
Yeah.
All that shit my son had in his head was headbutts. Bro, and the reason why, listen, and I'm not making no excuses, man,
nah.
because my son fought with a broken elbow and a messed up wrist, and we didn't say nothing about that.
Nah, you know, though, I say this, though. You know what I'm saying? It don't even matter because, you know, you're going to have to see us eventually.
That what I'm saying. That I like that you stand on a lot of that. Like, all right, y'all doing all right. Let's get in the ring, though. Let's settle this, you know?
We are going to go in the ring because we ain't going nowhere.
Nowhere else.
And I've never in my freaking life going to let myself fight like that ever again in my life.
Nah, that's that father coming
But
out.
you know what? He did it for the fan, and he was willing to die in there.
Because you love
fans.
that. You love this shit, though, T.O. Like, I can tell you.
it's not only that. It's not.
Guarantee you.
It's not only that. It's not only that.
Talk right now. Let me finish this one. I guarantee you, no athlete in the planet would have went one round in there
with the same condition.
disease that he had.
With the same condition.
I guarantee you, he's just crazy like that.
Well, because at the end, yo, like, if you're going to die, at least die doing something you love.
You love to do.
I do. I love my sport to death. I mean, like, it literally brought me life. You know, it created life in me. Like, it created life for my families. You know what I'm saying?
What would you say is the hardest part about preparing for a fight? What is the hardest part to you?
Mental. It's always going to be the
Getting
mental.
in that zone, getting in that mode.
Physical is easy, man. 21 years already doing this, it bounces back like that.
It's like a bicycle physical.
Yeah, that's really what it is. You know, it's just, but the mental, it's like, you're already strong-minded, but always remember, as you achieve and as you keep going, the next mountain is harder mentally.
Nah, for sure.
You know?
What would you say is your favorite workout conditions? Like, what do you like the gym to be like? Do you like people around, you know, you feel the vibes, or you more to yourself?
I'm very easygoing. It depends on my mood. You know, like sometimes if I'm really thinking too much late at night, I'll come to the gym by myself.
Yeah.
Late at night. I mean, I'm talking about like 2, 3 in the morning. Like yesterday, I couldn't go to sleep till like 4 in the morning, so what I did, I went and worked out downstairs. I ran, did whatever I had to do, did some little bit of work, some sit-ups, you know, and that's what I
love that work though, huh?
But it's a whole nother point that I got to push more now because it's only getting harder. It's not going to get easier.
Yeah, you're not finding nobody else easier.
Nah, but you know, I'm not looking forward to that. You know, me and my father, who's my coach, and the reason why we're this way, no matter what you look at it, is this. It's the fact that if I got to fight the tough fighters anyways to be a champion, I might as well do it now.
Might as well get it out. I got to go see you.
Why do I got to wait until, like, when you think I'm ready? No, I know when I'm ready. You know, he knows when I'm ready. So that's why we talk about the takeover. That's what we come about with all those things. We are real, true, genuine motherfucking gangsters.
Yeah.
We go in there and we dog you every time. We don't care. I mean, look at the stuff, man. I'm bleeding everywhere. I mean, I got blood all over my face, and I don't wipe it at all.
You still fine? Nah,
I'm still fine. I don't wipe it.
Hey, I was wondering, like, what?
You know,
It's like some gladiator shit, or it's some Mandingo fighting. I don't care, but it comes to that point where it's literally that mindset.
Bro, you like blackout type of deal, bro. Like, it's just great, you know.
The thing is that you see a lot of
If I gotta go out, I gotta go out.
A lot of guys get cut out there, bro. They always going like, you know, touching that eye, touching that eye, touching that eye. It's just that shows weakness. He doesn't like to show.
Can I also know? It's not even that. It's the environment that you're around. When people baby you, you're gonna be babied in that ring. But when they dog you and they tough on you and people not giving you what you actually deserve, yeah. It's gonna make
Hey, I know you be in there with a chip on your shoulder, bro.
Always. I mean, shit.
I tell you
God still got a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
He's still carrying it. He's still carrying it. So I gotta carry mine.
I tell you something about this this punk Comboses. My son comes in the second round, sits down, he goes out there, and I told him, "What the hell you doing? The way you jumping on this dude?" And he told me, "I can't box, Dad. I can't box. I can't breathe." He comes back, look, I don't think I ever told this to nobody. He comes back in the 4th or 5th round, and he comes and he tells me, "This punk knows I'm freaking sick. He knows, Dad. He gonna hear me, bro. He gonna hear me." That's what got him off. You know, when you see another man, you know, that got him off.
Like
my
shark
son
move,
was
yeah.
so pissed. He was cursing at him and everything. You seen that?
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? And that hurt me because I was not a trainer there no more.
Yeah.
I was out.
Yeah.
I was out.
Yeah.
Because he said, "I can't listen to you because I can't box. I can't do it." I'm telling you something.
Basically on survival mode.
Yeah.
Nah, for real.
Listen,
In
For
a
real.
sense.
every fight will be easy. It's going to be easy for him. We're going to box now. They're going to see the best boxer that ever lived. This kid wasn't even boxing. Like, he was just going in and dogging people. Boxing, but, you know, staying in the outside, staying in the outside and watching you and catching you.
Technique shit,
But
yep.
when he boxes, easy.
Easy work.
Easy work.
Well,
As long as it's a condition, though. He got to be in condition.
Well,
his lungs got to be good.
But, there's so many things to it. There's a lot of things to it. We just put a lot of work in, and, it's just really giving out a show for everybody. December 10th, Madison Square Garden, Heisman night.
Hey, yes,
against Sander Martin. We got a great card.
Hey, yes,
we got Jahad Tucker.
Fighters.
We got.
Hey, we might got to go out. We might got to go to Madison Square for that one, bro.
You guys got to come out
baby,
for sure.
Baby,
you got Babyface. You got Jared Anderson.
Jared Anderson.
You have Jahad Tucker. Like I said, you got Shushu, Bruce Carrington.
Wow.
Bro, you got some heavy hitters out there, ain't you?
Yeah, we got a whole bunch of rising stars, a lot of competition.
I checked Anderson out before, too, yeah.
Don't forget about the Puerto Rican kid.
Yeah, Xander Zayas as well.
Boy, you got some shit out there.
Yeah.
It's just
It's gonna be a good night, though.
Well, if you look around and you see how everything is kind of forming into, ever since COVID, even though the pandemic and everything kind of ruined some things, it didn't so much so for athletes that were still working. Haven't you noticed now, like, even in the NBA, all these players have gotten so much better.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, from the NBA to college football to even now in our sport.
The talent level definitely went up.
It went up. It's going up. It's just all
sure.
about pairing those nice, good fights that people want to watch. That's the only thing that I think it's like a cliffhanger is missing. That's the only part that's missing. Other than that, there's a lot of great talent out there. And no matter win, lose, or draw, that's just what you want. What I'm thankful for is that God probably even had me as I'm the leader of this new generation. I said this.
That is true.
So it's more so like, all right, then Floyd did it his way, undefeated. If I'm the leader of this new generation, I took a loss. It's to show everybody you can make $100 million even with 1 L.
That's real.
You can make that.
That's real.
Because you're putting fights.
Come on, man.
You're making great fights.
Canelo.
That's the only thing. You're making great fights. Yeah. And it doesn't, and that's good. Kudos to Mayweather. He could keep that. He can have that.
So speaking on Mayweather, what is some boxing influencers you may have, like anybody who you look up to in boxing?
Floyd, of course. That's definitely someone that we could say that in our generation, this time, even for us in the pro game, it is Floyd.
I picked a lot of his moves, man.
And then when it comes to Floyd, next thing is Tyson. It's always Tyson.
A lot of people won't say that. A lot of people won't say that.
I'm talking about
Mike
Tyson.
I like him.
Yeah, I'm talking
like that.
Yeah, but you know, the thing that happened was right after the Olympic, I got sick of it, man, and I went through hell because I knew we won that fight, and we lost an opportunity for Honduras. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, God put us that way. And we could have done something big for Honduras.
But that was another thing, though. We showed everyone, even when they did what they did, going back to the U.S. Olympic trials, we didn't quit. We said, all right, well, we're gonna try Honduras. Boom. We went to where my parents were born.
And they wanted to stop us.
And they wanted to stop us there. USA Boxing, because the whole thing is like they saw the potential. They just wanted to control, or I don't know if it's control more to say, but it's more so like another 4 years with Teofimo, we could grow him. In our way. But it wasn't that. It wasn't for them to grow me. It was the fact that you got me now, take it or leave it. It was literally that point. After I won the U.S., even then, the qualifiers to get to the Olympic trials. There's so many things you got to fight through in the amateurs, boxing. After I won, I actually won Outstanding Male Boxer the whole tournament, which was about 400 plus athletes.
What?
And then when it came to it, I had every judge after I won that fight in the finals. They all came to me. You were like, "Wow, you're like the next golden boy for us."
Yeah,
wow.
It was between him and Gary Russell.
Yeah.
What?
Me and Antoine. Me and Gary.
Damn.
For outstanding. Shout out to my boy Tweezy.
Yeah, for sure.
But Gary didn't fight that night because the guy pulled out. So he was gonna get it. But then my son beat Renato Gomez, which nobody thought he could beat him. And we beat him unanimous, man.
There's so many things, but I know you got questions for us. Is there definitely more things that people want to tap on?
Let me finish my story, okay? Because I didn't finish it. So right after the Olympics, I was like, yo, man, I gotta compete with something. I gotta find something to make my son better. So that's when we started working on knocking people out, because
so it was time to get the knockout punch.
Man, bro, I used to drop guys with one hand, bro, in the streets. That was what I was known for. I was nice with my hands in the streets. I used to drop people out with one hand.
Fimo Famoso.
That's what they used to call me. But famous Fimo. But the thing is, I used to do this in Honduras. I used to do this in Brooklyn. I used to do this everywhere, you know. And I would never take shit from nobody. I was a troubled kid. You know, I lost my mother and my father at 16 and 17. So I was in the streets. I was really bad. You know, really
but see,
bad.
going from the streets and then coming in 2020 being the trainer of the year.
Exactly.
That's a big difference, bro.
But
That's
you know
a big
why? Because I never screwed nobody over.
You did good business.
Yeah.
You ain't never do no shiesty.
If I owed you $1, I'll give you $1.
I like that.
You know, I seen my friends die for $5 for a nickel bag.
Damn.
Because they get into a confrontation, and the guy just walks away and comes back with a gun and kills you. You know, I seen that happen. You know, and it's horrible. But everybody respected me because I never in my life. I'm just a very friendly dude.
Yeah.
You know, people look at me over here in an interview. I'm very outspoken, but when you meet me in person, I'm different. You know, I'm really nice and everything because. You know, you haven't done nothing.
But you wear that confidence well though, because when I seen you guys, I could tell, like, you know, y'all know.
I'm not a thug.
But y'all humble though.
I'm not a thug.
Y'all are humble.
I'm not about to kill nobody or nothing like that because I think about my family. I think about my kids. I think about my life. All right? I'm not out there to try to like, you know, or be a thug, and you know, especially now in this generation, I think everybody's killing themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like black on black, and it's just horrible. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. For you guys in y'all relationship, tell us about a time. You know, I know you guys like, you know, you say your fight when you know you didn't listen to him and you was, you know, in survival mode. But tell us about a time where y'all bumped heads. You know, because it looks all good on the outside.
It was one time he was getting. You know, he was getting heated in the car. And I was like, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. Because, you know, he would just jump out the car and run away.
What?
Yeah.
So the anger was like, you were serious.
Yeah. So then he was like 9 or 10. First time I laid hands on him. First time, bro. And I said, don't do it. And I went, crap. And I hit him right in the chest. He almost died on me, bro. He couldn't breathe for like a minute. I thought I killed him, bro. I was like, yo.
That's that love for this
and
shit.
I was screaming at him, like, yo, Papi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I said to myself, since that day, never touch him ever. I never touched none of my kids, you know.
But I learned.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, my dad did me the same way, but he done kept.
Yeah, so you know, I almost lost him. I almost lost him that day, you know. But let me finish the thing with the Olympics. So right after we went out of there, I said, yo, let's go pro. We went pro, and I started teaching him how to lay those hands, how to let it go, you know what I'm saying? He could let go, it's just that he doesn't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I gotta bring that out.
Just save it a little bit here, save.
Mostly all of his, people don't understand, all of his 170 fights were all boxing. That's why he boxes so good, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna bring that back out, you know, boxing with power. That's what we were doing in the beginning.
Power,
that's what we're doing in the beginning, you know what I'm saying? And it works, but I want him to entertain more. You know,
I ain't gonna lie, you be entertaining, boy. Yeah. You do that back flip, you started.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? No. Like, where you get that from? Like, cause you a showboat now. I did that.
Well, I'll say it like this though. When I was like, I think 11, 12, my father said, or not even, I was 8 really. Yeah. I started boxing. He was competing now. He was like, my father said, you gotta entertain.
Yeah,
you gotta be entertained.
That's what they like.
You know, you gotta entertain, no matter what it is. So I used to get a lot of stuff from the judges and stuff, but you know what it was? We gave everyone a show every time,
Bruh.
And I think I just took that with me. Now at this point, it's like the creativity. That's where I come in. That's where everything comes in alignment, and I'm like, all right, what next? What is it gonna be that's definitely gonna put that key market of like, that dude.
Yeah.
One thing that I like what he does. You go in there, all that slipping that he does. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, he be slipping.
Once he gets into his rhythm, ain't nobody can stop it. You could even put it like as a little drunken style type of
Emmanuel Augustus.
Yeah, like the Emmanuel Augustus type of style, but he mixes it up.
Nah, you definitely got that swag in that ring.
He tries to mix it up with different styles. Listen, I learned everything from just watching fighters. You know,
studying the game. You got to be a student of the game.
There's one thing that I know and a lot of people don't know, and I ain't gonna say it here, you know, that I know, and I don't see it in boxing at all. And I'm implementing that on him. You know, it's really hard. I've been trying to do it for 2 years already, and I'm just gonna keep on doing it. Keep on doing it. But this I don't know, for some reason, it just clicked on him because these sparring sessions that we've been having down here, he's doing it now. And I'm like, and I'm so freaking happy. I'm like, yeah. You know, you're finally breaking out of it.
Yeah.
Because you know what it is? When you teach a style, sometimes it takes long, you know? The good thing is about boxing is that you never stop learning. That's what I learned. You always learn something new. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was to hang out with Mike Tyson one day, he'll be like, oh, man, you could do this.
He gonna show you,
know?
Yep.
There's a punch that I like about Mike Tyson is that right hand he throws to the body, right? So what happens is when you throw that right hand to the body, your body tends to go down.
And that
right,
wide open on the other side.
And then you're right open with that uppercut.
Right open.
So you go right up to the top.
Yeah.
You know, so things like those little things like that make a big difference in a fight. And Mike Tyson is very knowledgeable in that.
Gotta have that IQ. Gotta have
inside
that IQ.
game he had was something to none. You know what I'm saying? What he and that what made him special. You know.
That's live.
Listen, what I'm trying to teach. I don't want to say it, man.
Yeah. Don't spill no much of that salt. Don't spill no much of that salt. I got a question for y'all though.
Yes.
Especially Pops.
But we did bump heads a lot.
Yeah, I can tell because it's the love of the game though.
But
you know what I'm saying?
We're both passionate. That's what it is. So
yeah.
When it came to it,
Even though I would never hit him though.
Yeah. It's the love, bro.
We had our disagreements. We had our fights. Hey,
better though.
And look where y'all at now.
But the thing is, like, I knew better because I had to respect better.
Oh, yeah, never cursed at me. That's
real.
Like,
I definitely had respect for my father the same way. I know it was tough love at the time. I know you ain't ill intentions. It's just tough love.
Tough love is real love.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
You don't let it slide.
Nah, for sure. But see, now look how you gonna be with your son though. You gonna be the same way with your son.
Yeah, and the fact that, but there's a lot of things that I don't think he's noticing yet. But a lot of people, even fathers, even ones that weren't there in the beginning of their kids, they want to know how the hell you did it. How did you implement from being nothing or in the streets, going through everything, losing? I get that, but they don't really know what does the hustling mean in that moment.
Trainer of the year.
Trainer of the year. Look at the dynamic, because look what happens. The tree, like the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Definitely.
So what happens? All right. Oh, my upbringing was rough, so I have an excuse to be this way. Yep. But it's not. He chose different. When he had his kids.
Made big decisions.
And made big difference to where we're hitting 7 figures touching.
Come on,
almost
man.
8.
Come on, man.
Almost $4 billion. Four companies, $4 billion companies invested in his own son.
Come on, man.
Come on. Why? Because he changed
that one decision. He knew I got to go down south. My son got to get better. That was that one decision that got that.
One decision that he decided for his kids. That he decided not on himself, not selfish.
Real.
He was selfless.
It's real.
So people want to tap in sometimes. And I don't think he knows it. He doesn't know that because he's in it. You know, but people need to know, how'd you get to that point where you changed that narrative?
Well, what happened was...
What was it?
What happened was I had to feed my family. I'm the kind of guy...
Gotta put that food on
I like to live comfortable. You know what I'm saying? I don't like...
I need a mixture.
Yo, listen,
Facts.
I thought freezing to death when I was like 8, 7, 6 in Evergreen by the White Coat projects and all that. I thought that was normal.
Damn.
I thought freezing to
That's
death
how it's
was
supposed
normal.
to be.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like when that heater came on, it was like Christmas for us. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, oh man, mommy, we got freaking heat. You know, and people, you know, from my age know those times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We used to eat canned food. You know, sardines, like.
We call that coming from the mud.
Like Biggest Small says it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so,
muddy.
You know, having meatballs. Cans of meatballs and all that stuff and Shepo RD. I grew on that shit, you know.
Damn.
And not having heat, you know, it was a normal stuff for us. You know, we didn't think nothing about it. We just lived life, you know.
And that's why I be saying, you look back at it, bro. You look at what you came.
But we was happy.
Just living.
Yeah.
You was just living.
But we was happy. You know what I'm saying? But that was a struggle. So, you know, I understood that, and what really was God, man. God gave me the gift to be around people. You understand? I was hustling when I was in that limo. I wasn't sitting down and waiting for my customers to come out. I was doing calls and I was making my moves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to the people from the clubs, getting my money to bring people to them, you know, getting them bottles, everything, you know what I'm saying? I was working. So I was working one job in the limos, but I was really hustling like 3 other things, you
Doing
know?
my thing on the other
and
side.
I'm talking about, you know
Real
what I'm
hustle.
talking about.
That's why y'all right here right now.
As soon as you got into my limo, I was like, yo, man, I can get you anything you want.
One-stop shop.
That's it. That's all you had to hear, you know. So once you went in there, man, you knew, yo, Junior, man, you say I can get me whatever you want. Yeah, bro, what you need? Bam, I will do it. I got you.
Nah,
so I was like a hustler. And being a hustler made me stay out longer with the customers. So my boss he liked that.
Yeah.
So I will never lose my job. So that was the struggle. Because I would leave early on Thursday morning to go do a wedding, a funeral, and then an all night out. And I wouldn't see my family until Sunday night.
You're trying to get it.
Right? So for 4 days I was out. Once in a while when I had like a 3-hour break, I would go home, take a bath, and just leave again. But then there was times I couldn't be in his fights. And my boss would not let me go. And then if I said to my boss, yo, man, I gotta go to this fight.
He ain't going for it.
If I would go, he would say, okay, go. He wouldn't give me work. So that was just the way
It's tough.
I understood the game.
Damn.
Bro, you ain't shit unless you ain't making money to the other dude. You know what I'm saying?
I say it all the time, bro. They're not gonna treat you unless you making that money, man.
Yep.
It's sad to say, but that's how it go.
Yep.
That's
you
just how
gotta
it go,
make
man.
people money for them to be happy with you.
Nah, that's
and
real.
that's what took me to another level because I was doing all that, plus I was training him.
Make sure my son
You know
was
what I'm
straight.
saying?
Yep.
So
Yep.
work. That's all I thought about every day, and that's what got me where I'm at now. I never thought he was gonna make it. I just told God, I just want him to go to the Olympics. I never thought that we were gonna make it to the pros or nothing like that until I realized when he was 12 or 13, when I told you that he started
go.
sparring,
Yep.
and I said, "Dad, this kid's gonna be a champ."
I can see it. Let me know, what do you like listening to when you working out? What is your workout playlist? What are some of the top artists?
Oh man, first man, I gotta go. Like my first guy that I gotta go with is J. Cole for sure.
Hey, I like J. Cole. He got them boys.
Yeah, nah, he's definitely someone he's a lyricist.
Okay,
you know
what
I mean?
what you like? What's your favorite project?
Oh
Forest
man,
Hill?
there's so many. You got even the Born Sinner.
Okay, you talking?
Yeah, you got definitely. You got the Forest Hills. I mean, that's common.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights.
Okay.
Yeah. Not a lot of people know about that. Lights, please.
Yeah. Turn on the
Lights.
I like my boy. my boy.
And then, I listen to Lil Wayne. Having a little something out. I'm thinking about for this fight, for the ring walk. You know, we're gonna do a performance.
I want to ask about that. How you don't have to spoil it.
Yeah.
But how do y'all go about deciding how y'all want to do it? Do the artists reach out, or do you reach out, your team?
It goes mutual ways.
Okay.
You know, some artists, if they like you so much and stuff, they'll come out, and if they're, and they'll want to collab with you. You know,
I know you finna
we
pop
get,
out December
so we
10th.
get that, and then or we go and try to reach out to them, and see what they're willing to do, what they're willing to, take, all those things. It's a lot of stuff behind it to get to that point where we
Do they
make
be talking money a lot? Because they getting something too now.
Of course. Now the only thing is it's you want to know how much, of course, because sometimes they might just be like, oh, because I'm this, you know how I gotta be.
Wow.
But then there's some that just really genuinely could see
Rock with you.
They rock with you because they see, like, I guess the realness or the truth of you.
Okay.
So some, like even Lil Baby mentions it, all them, and they mention about like how they don't really always charge on features all the time.
Facts.
But that's really how it goes even with our sport and the music industry. So it's really good. I love the mix. I love how we do it. So it's just really just trying to implement that, but in a better way. We have a lot of artists come out and perform with us, but there could be other ways to it too.
Nah, that's real. That's tough. I like how you putting in the other ways. Like, they ain't just got to come do this one little thing and then get the hell
like
on.
we could make a show out of it, and we both get benefits out of it because it's a mainstream move.
Nah, that's live. That's live. I want to ask you and your pops.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Jake Paul and how they're doing and celebrity boxing? What do y'all think about what's going on right now?
Man, I give them props, man, for anything they do. You know what I'm saying? if it's not damaging anything, man, I give them props. In the beginning, I thought different because
me too. But I respect what you're saying, though. I respect what you're saying.
You know, I can't. You know, talk bad about a man that's trying to make his money. You know,
food on that table.
And the people are paying for it, man. That's good for him, man. You know what I'm saying? But we're in the real game. You know, we're in the real game of boxing. You know, but he's done really good, man, for somebody that's never boxed in his life, you know.
And a lot of these celebrities are taking it up, too. And, you know, it's just different, though, because, like, boxing ain't no regular, like, you ain't just finna just not know how to box and go in there. Like, you got to do some training.
You can't. It's not like, you know, it's not like, you know, like MMA and stuff like that, where you could, in 3-4 years, you could get really good. Boxing, it takes a lifetime, you know. And I give Jake Paul a lot of props because for him to do so good with Floyd and other guys, you know, is just incredible. And he's there to take challenges, you know. So you know, he's a real dog, man.
Nah, it's lie.
I like it, man. I would like to work with those guys one day, you know.
That's tough.
And make a big movement.
That's different.
You know.
How you feel, Timo? You like you like it? You like
I remember. You know, it's funny. Comes back to you. So you know, I like that. It's for me, man. I gotta find that balance of me. Like I'm a mediator when it comes to stuff like this. This is where I get political sometimes, but it's just
be cool.
It's just part of it, I suppose. You know, it's part of the business. However, just don't. I'm not fond about the fact that our sport needs to do better. Not the celebrities, they're doing their part. Like my father said, you can't hate on that. I never did. I can't hate on something like that. However,
it should be a difference maker.
It should be a difference maker because our fans are sleeping. Celebrity came over here. YouTubers came in to wake them up.
You know?
To wake them up. Yeah, so it's
but you got to respect it, though, like Pop say, you know?
No, if anything, the fighters need to be more of a fighter and push forward so that we could, if we do that, then people are not going to be as interested watching YouTubers as much as they would
the real people who do
the
this.
real fighters face each other. Like we just got an announcement that Tank Davis and Garcia are apparently going to fight in April or May.
Who you going with?
It's a good fight, man. Honestly, it's a 50-50 anybody's game. Really, it's whoever catches who first. And how they catch.
Put a gun out first, huh?
However, people don't know much about Tank's history as a kid and amateurs. I do.
Okay.
DC, shout out to Headbangers. Y'all still in the crib? Let me know. Headbangers. That's pretty much where where Gervonta Davis was really raised in. So Headbangers, they'll put a tire in that in the motherfucking ring, in the center of that ring, and you'll put your foot in with the other guy, and they'll just bang it out.
No.
It's just like being in a telephone booth.
Yeah, it's just like a telephone booth. And boxing it out, thugging it out. And they will do other drills. I mean, they will kill these kids to a point where they'll even have them like incline on the treadmill, full sprint with weighted gloves. So it was like a lot of things that these trainers did to these boys at Headbangers that when they get punched in the freaking head like Tank does sometimes, it's not going to hurt them.
Yeah, I've been through that.
It's not gonna hurt him as much. If Garcia wants to really tap in, he needs to find a better plan than just head.
Because that boy gonna eat them.
The thing is with that, you know, it's like
it's also placements.
Sometimes I feel like Tank sets people up like that. You know, he doesn't care if he gets hit because.
See, that's what I be telling people. He want to get hit so you can be open. You can be open because I'm gonna eat it.
Then he'll be in the distance.
I love fighters like that though.
He don't got long reach. You know?
I love that shit because like that's when you take their advantage.
Because
it's
really hard to do that.
You take their advantage into your advantage to their disadvantage. You see what I'm saying? It's a counter of a counter of a counter.
Triple cross, that's what we call that. Triple cross.
That's what it is. It's a triple cross that you got to do on. But that's when the time comes. If Garcia is able to execute, but I think it's a great fight for the fight fans. I'm happy. I think this is where we need to start.
Yes.
Needs to start that ball. We need to start there and just keep moving from there.
More them big ones that's anticipated.
Hopefully Spence, Crawford, fucking Crawford, stop with your pride. This is a lot.
And I fuck with Crawford too, bro.
I do.
I really want to see that fight, bro.
I think both guys are great talent. Crawford is a dog at 47. We've seen that. But it's just about these guys fighting now. You know, undisputed for 147. You know.
So it's just the negotiations now. Like they just can't make it.
It could be a lot. To be honest, man, it could be it could also be the pride. It could be the fact that I've accomplished more than you type of stuff.
But if I feel like, let's say if I'm the guy,
Which
I'm the
doesn't
guy,
make sense because it's like,
What it is.
this fight wouldn't be what it was without Bud. But yeah,
no, it wouldn't
Earl
be.
may be
It wouldn't be
the more marketable guy or the bigger guy, but that fight wouldn't be the fight. That's just like
It wouldn't be the fight without either one guy though.
Javante fight on the 7th is not going to be like the Ryan Garcia fight.
Exactly. See, it's just different. There's levels to it.
Yeah.
So I think where the fans want to see, they just want to see level 1-on-1 now.
You right.
They want to see that top tier.
Head to toe, yeah.
They don't care who wins or loses. Look what happened to Izzy. He just lost against someone that has beaten him before, but he gave it a good fight till then.
Definitely.
You know, and still highly respected. They're still promoting him, still pushing him. So
It's a great fight.
if you see, look how UFC is doing it. I think that's the change. These guys, a lot of these young fighters coming up right now, that too, they're so scared to lose their O. Like they're terrified. It's more.
That's why they saving themselves.
Wait, listen.
That's more of the challenge for them than fighting in that ring
Yeah.
itself.
Yeah.
What I'm gonna say right now, they ain't scared to fight.
No.
They scared to lose.
That's what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
Floyd had just put it up so high.
That zero, like you said, that
You know what
zero.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And to me, I seen Floyd lose a couple times.
But can I say-
You know?
can I
But
say
it's,
though?
it's the judges. Judges is the ones that make your
I figured-
your legacy. To me, judges
Say
make
it,
your
son.
legacy.
Say
You know
it,
what I'm
son.
saying? Because even though my son was really ill in that fight, you know, there's no way you could beat my son the way we dropped that dude.
Exactly.
And we got all those straps.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? It was a close fight. I think they should have gave it to my son, or at least a tie,
honestly,
but,
I
not,
definitely
but
did.
not give it to this dude like
But
that. You know?
that just goes to show is obviously because we're just someone, we're independent. We're independent
Yeah.
contractors,
Yeah.
we're independent label.
Standing
we're,
on your
we're,
own.
We're doing something different. You know what I'm saying? We're just trying to push a better movement. It's not that anyone's movement is worse than the other. It's just all about if they could do it, why can't we? It's all I'm asking. That's really what it comes to.
Give me
We
a
ain't
fair-
try-
give me a
we
fair
ain't-
playing ground.
You know, we ain't trying to step on toes. We ain't
Yeah,
trying to
yeah.
mess
Judges are
anybody's.
making the legacy.
Yeah.
We're
Put it
not
just
trying
like this, though.
exactly. We're not trying to. No, if anything, we want to work as all as one and understand how to make it better.
And that's what I like about you, bro. And that's
know what I'm
why
saying?
that's why I feel like you done got this far.
So, because that's where you got to remove pride and ego. That's
Yeah,
why.
yeah.
Like, look what J. Cole says. He's like, pride is the devil.
Yep.
You know.
Think you got a hold on me? For
It's,
sure.
it's all those things that you really got to tap into. That's why I like J. Cole. Eventually, one day, I'll be able to meet him. You know why? I don't want a picture. I don't want a picture with none of these guys. I want to drop knowledge. I want to know. I need to know. I need
That's
to know
real.
what you know, and not even to brag about it or boast, but to pass it down. It's all about passing
That's
it down.
live.
It's dropping seeds.
That's live.
That's all we gotta do is drop seeds around this world, and I think we'll have a lot more trees growing.
I like that. What are some of the things
Yeah.
you want to accomplish in 2023?
2023.
3 fights in 1 year?
Yes,
You
3
know what that
fights.
means.
Boxer of the year.
You know what
Trainer
that
of the
means.
year.
Come on now.
Boxer
Oh, yeah.
of the
You know
We're
Pops.
doing another.
Come on, man.
It's
We're doing
gonna
a
happen.
repeat.
We need 3 Pops. We need 3.
We getting 3. Absolutely.
listen,
God
let me tell
willing,
you
that
something.
everything goes well.
Let me
we're
tell
doing
you
it.
something, bro. Let me tell you something. We're fighting a dude that beat Mikey Garcia at 147. So we actually fighting a 147 pound.
Come on now.
You know, and we taking the risk. You know
Not
why?
playing.
Because that's the guy that we wanted to fight in the beginning. And
that's actually someone that
yeah.
people have been talking about
Yeah.
lately, wanting to see me face.
Yeah,
since
exactly.
everybody.
So you know
else
what
is
you gotta
occupied.
do.
No,
Of course.
But you know what they said? They said that we ran from him. We took the easiest way out. You know what I'm
Now
saying?
you know what you got to do, T.O. Fuck that. You know what you got to do,
Yeah,
bro.
exactly.
Hey, he back now, so.
Yeah, like fuck all that, bro. You
Let's
know
see,
what you got to do. What fight do you want to see next year?
Fights I want to see next year, definitely Crawford Spence.
Okay.
Obviously Garcia, Davis.
Canelo rematch with.
Canelo with nah, you know what? I want to spice it up this one.
Okay, talk
I'm
to
gonna
me then.
spice it up. It's either got to be my bros or the Charlos. All right, the Charlo brothers.
Yeah.
All right, with Canelo or Benavidez.
Benavidez? I was just
know
talking
why?
to somebody about Benavidez.
Might as well spice
Him
it
and
up.
Caleb.
Might as well spice it up like their seasoning. So I think two
I think it'll be
Mexicans
a more
fighting.
entertaining fight, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
More
entertainment.
entertaining fight.
Definitely, and I think even with Charlo, it's a great opportunity to show even that side of him. You know what can he do with a style fighter like Canelo himself too. You know they both almost have that same foundation.
Yeah.
Styles are different, but the foundation is almost the same. If you look at it, you got to and what I mean by foundation, I mean literally their footwork and the way they move.
Same way.
It's almost a similar way. It's just that someone had more experience fighting Floyd Mayweather rather than the other.
Nah,
one was
for
able
real.
to face
Yep.
Mayweather.
Yep.
When you fight Mayweather, you learn something from him.
You're going to learn something. You're going
You
to take something away
are.
from
Not
him.
only are you going to lose to him, but you're going to at least gain something from him.
Yeah,
And I think that's the best thing that Canelo ever got from his career was not the undisputed titles, but him losing to Mayweather.
That's what I wanted to ask. Pop.
Just came to my head right now, man. We got like about 20 days left, bro.
That's what I'm literally. That's what I'm literally getting to.
Wait.
How is the feeling coming this next one, December 10th? Like,
It's amazing.
how you feeling?
Feel ready, the greatest. Ready now, ready ever. Forever.
I always like that you got that confidence, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's confidence. It's not cockiness. It's nothing.
Hell nah, it's
confidence.
confident. I
There's
know.
a big, huge difference.
You
And
know you work hard.
The difference maker is that point right there, working hard.
You know you work hard.
Putting all that effort in and putting
Because you
all
win the
sweat,
fight
and
before the
tears.
fight.
Of
You know
course.
that, right? You win that fight before the fight.
Yes.
That's what a lot of people don't understand. That fight win when you training.
To be honest, my biggest fight when it comes to that is the weights. The weigh-in.
Yeah.
Weigh-in day is my big fight. Then Saturday
win
night.
that, I'm cool.
Then Saturday, I win that.
I'm cool.
I'm having a fun night. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, another thing I like to say is like we never quit. Like I told my son, because he was dying 2 pounds before the weigh-in.
Right.
We had 2 pounds to lose more.
How tough was that to
Like,
lose?
No, he got sick.
Excruciating.
He's got sick when his throat got swollen. It was on Thursday, so I
No,
noticed something.
it was Friday.
But what?
Everything happened the same day of the weigh-in.
What? It was Friday? No, it was the day
Friday.
before, Thursday, when your neck got swollen.
Yeah, that was Friday.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm the
All right,
one
so
that
his neck got
happened to me.
swollen,
Oh, no.
and I told him, yo, listen, we need to go. Nick, I told him, let's go check that out, and he said, no. I said, I can't let this fight go, papi, because I owe it to the fans.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it postponing.
That was the problem,
That
man.
was the
So
problem.
many postponements.
And
for
you
it.
like, I'm finna go see this dude, bro.
But it was just more so like, for what reason?
Yeah.
There's like at least 3 or 4 unexplainable, like, they never explained why they postponed them.
We don't even know why.
That happened at
Yeah,
139.
not even myself, who was the main event and everything for this fight, didn't even know what was really going on with my own fight.
Exactly.
At that point. But
That's bad business.
It's bad business.
That was at 139, and we still have 4 more pounds, man. And we drying them out, and 2 pounds left. I said, no, stop it. Let's just go to the weigh-ins, and we still got 2 more hours to lose the other 2 pounds.
Okay, cool.
And for some reason, there was somebody that I don't want to name pushed it and said, nah, let's just finish it now. And that just, really killed him.
Yeah.
You know, but that shows you we don't want to lose at the scale.
Nah, we don't.
We don't want to take the easy way route.
Nah.
I'm undefeated
the easy
there.
route out. You know what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
lose right there.
We never have pulled out. But people are smart.
Yeah.
Some guys are smart and they don't care about the belts. They will lose the belts. They say, nah, I don't care about those belts. I'd rather win in the ring and lose.
Get my day. Check to the zero.
They lose in the ring.
Yep.
I'd rather lose in the scale.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And you know who I'm talking about. A lot of guys have done that.
Yeah.
You know, they play it safe.
That's why I like
But you know what?
Yeah.
But you know why they play it safe? Because they ain't real.
They trying to protect that end number,
You know,
like y'all said.
but it's a smart move. I don't blame him for that.
I call it crap.
It's more,
you right.
Look, how
You
can
right.
I say this? No. What happened with myself helped a lot of fighters to not ever go through that.
Exactly.
Because all of them are going to learn
That's the
from
way I
that.
see it. That's
It's
the way
just
I
an
see it.
example.
Yeah.
All these
Yeah,
fighters
learn
are going to
learn
know.
from that mistake.
They're going to learn
Yeah.
because they
Yeah.
know, if you know me, and a lot of these fighters do know me since we were 12 years old, from
Yeah.
the amateurs, from
Yeah.
the tournaments.
Yo, I don't want that happening to me.
And all those names, they know how hard I work. They know how much I put and how much I love my sport.
how gifted
Just
he
how much I
is.
love our sport.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's a team. We're trying to
definitely.
support the sport. You know, we're individuals, but it's all about the sport at the end.
For
so
sure.
our sport, they know how we are when it comes to it. How I am with with our sport.
How you feel.
I'm passionate. Mm-hmm. So they know. Nah, Teo is really.
Yeah, he like that.
He liked that.
do
So for him to get that way, for him
something
to
had
get
to be
that way,
going on.
so
Something
they-
had to be going
They
on.
like it's
Let me
because of
tell you
that.
something.
I know it's because of that. So they learn from it. They're not gonna mention it because for what? They just say we ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Let me give you a perfect example.
What's good?
How big we was going. And the move.
Oh, we still big. We big time.
Nah, it ain't lost.
We everywhere.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about 135.
What it do, baby?
Well, 135. was so big that Floyd had no problem with us after that.
Damn.
Floyd came out live and said, I ain't not gonna freaking download a father and a son that has done things that I have never done.
Come on, man.
You know, I won belts in different weight divisions.
Mm-hmm.
I was never undisputed, right? And Floyd said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He did that.
Yeah.
He was undisputed at 135. He finally admit to it.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because he won't have to worry about my son no more because he lost.
Yeah.
You know, that's the way I think about it.
It's a crazy world.
However, I mean, I'll say it like this though. God works in mysterious ways.
Yes, he do.
His plans are always much better than ours.
Yeah.
And obviously Floyd has been a true example of great.
If it wasn't for Floyd, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
That's live.
Floyd, along with so many other great
live.
champions and legends, when it comes to Floyd, at the same time, it comes to this, and this is the truth of it all. It's the fact that this man at least gave us somewhat of a blueprint on how to handle
He's a
games,
competitor.
how to handle games.
For a lot of people that won't say that.
Yeah, because
You got to know how to handle games.
No.
That's real.
So I learned from his learning of.
Floyd's a competitor. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is.
It's okay. He could be a competitor. Shit.
Yeah.
So am I. This is what it is. Competition and currency.
That's what it is. Iron sharp iron. That's how I look at
That's
it.
really what it is. So
Yeah,
Floyd is helping us at the same time as we help everyone else.
Nah,
it's
for
just
sure.
it's a give and take.
Nah, for sure. I
You know what I'm
like that.
saying?
I like that. You kept
and,
it real.
And it's like, okay, shit, thank you. I learned from this. Now it's more so
Put my
like,
shit on it.
let's
Make
do
it my way.
Let's do it
Exactly.
now. Thank you. That was not the way that I needed to go. There was another. So God was that detour to push us
real.
somewhere else.
That's
And
real.
that's where that positive affirmation of knowledge, of really thinking about it. The successful part of people need to understand is that how you become successful is everything here in the mind. You got to be very
Start
positive.
that mental.
So every negative that they throw at you, try to counter back with a
Find the
positive.
good in it. Yep. Find the good in it.
Because everything that happened to even, not to speak on it, but yes, when we talk to Jesus and when we talk about God and that part, you think he had an easy road?
Hell no.
Come on. Like everything that he had to go through, everything that he went through, all the stuff,
trial, yeah.
everything that he had to make his mark, to show and be the reason why, the Alpha and the Omega, the Son of God.
Yeah, yeah.
This let it be known.
Yeah.
Now everyone gets a choice. Everyone has free will at that point.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, but in a different way. It's more of the sport.
Yeah.
All right, how we move this, how we choose this, how we take this diameter of effects that are going on in today's world, so much going on, and corruption and all this stuff.
And,
how do we
find a positive in it?
Find a positive. We flip the freaking world. We turn it around, and we find it in a healthier way, even for the new generation, because these kids are going to be our future.
They next.
They are next. I mean, we're going to be 30 years from now, we're going to be a lot older.
Yeah.
We're going to probably have gray hairs and stuff. So it's like probably, and then 40, 50 years where we came and wipe our ass.
That's what we're going to have to depend on.
That's who we're going to have to depend on. And if you really look at the future, is that really where you want to live?
Yep. So, and that's a good point you make, bro, and I'm glad because a lot of people need to hear that. So make sure we, taking care of the youth because that's who is going to come behind that.
It's so easy to talk about it. Now is the
yeah.
part where you got to do it. And I'm not talking about where you do it and show it on social. You
Bruh.
do it without being on social. Let it. You know how people.
Because word of mouth is real. It's going to travel.
How is it? We didn't even have internet back then, and the
Come
greatest
on,
of all
man.
times, we still talk about them to this
To
day.
this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
Exactly. Why? Because who was the reason? The people,
Yeah.
the world.
Yeah.
When you grab that, you know who actually gave us the blueprint and deciphered all that? Ali, Muhammad Ali, Cassius Clay.
Cassius Clay, the greatest.
The greatest. You know why? Because he showed that even through his times of tribulation when they tried to lock him up, and then with everything that they were even going against his own culture, Muslim,
he was a
everything.
real one.
Him,
A
Malcolm
real
X.
one.
Yep,
He
Malcolm X.
stood
He's a
for
real one.
Yep.
Malcolm X,
Yep.
Martin Luther King, so many of these
He stood on
greats.
10 for them boys, for sure.
So when it came to that, what changed?
The
What was
internet,
it?
that damn internet.
Nah, but it was what changed? How did he save himself? How did God save him from all the hell that was temptations that were coming to him? They locked him up. They wanted him to serve. He ain't do it. He stood on something he never felt for anything.
Morals.
And what he did, he had morals. He had all those things. But what helped him? What saved him? The love from the people,
Yeah.
from the world.
Yeah.
When you have the people, you don't need money. They're your money.
Damn.
when you have the
hear that.
people, when
Yeah, I
you
hear
have
that.
when you have the support from the world, when you have from, I'm talking about, and I ain't talking about just your casual fans. I'm talking about government. I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about countries,
Real people.
that are behind
Priceless. That
this.
shit priceless.
I'm not.
NASA and shit.
Yeah, that
These
shit
are the
priceless.
people. Those are the ones.
A lot of people, you just can't shut up, bro.
Yeah.
You know, they stand on what they believe. Look at Kanye West. They stand on what they believe,
Mm-hmm.
and they just gonna keep on going. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think this brother is against his people. He's just trying to wake up his people.
I think
Just a
speak on
term,
that.
how to speak on it.
I just think what he was trying to do, it was right, but the delivery was wrong.
Exactly.
I think he had the right message though.
Just
You know
needs to tweak it,
Yeah,
simmer
yeah.
it down.
And deliver it a different way.
but
You got
that's
a
what-
different box.
the
You
whole-
know what made me laugh? Chappelle. When Chappelle says, you know, he woke up this morning. He said he was gonna be like what you call that? When you go to World War III. He says that he was waiting. Yeah, he was gonna go.
Yeah, he was gonna DEFCON. Yeah,
under,
yeah.
You know, on the. I don't want to say the word.
Yeah. We're gonna leave that.
But yeah, we're gonna leave that alone. But then he said, "Oh, we'll just sit down and wait to see what this guy does." You know what I'm saying? And then after he did that, he says, "Let me see the outcome." You know, and a lot of people believe that everything was just gonna fall apart. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
I don't think the guy is crazy, man. I
Nah,
just think
you know-
that he's outspoken, man. You know, he's outspoken. And
you
in this
gotta-
world, it's very hard to be outspoken.
You gotta know your audience. That's the only thing I could say. If there was an advice that you could give to that man, if there is one, you gotta know your audience.
Yeah.
Your
We're
tongue.
not- we're not in
your
this
tongue-
industry.
We're not, and we don't want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, that's
hey,
real. That's
you
real.
know,
That's
we don't
real.
want to be.
That's
You
real.
know, we like to understand our information,
Yeah.
right? You got to
Yeah.
know somewhat of
Yeah.
information so we are able to talk about these things to the people in the public.
Mm-hmm.
However, we want to be invested into it. Everybody has their job at workspace. Mine is boxing. I stick to that.
Yeah, and mine is that social
So-
media.
so when it comes-
from.
But
we don't know where he's coming
long
Yeah,
story
yeah.
short, know your audience, Kanye.
And deliver it right.
Deliver it better.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
right. Deliver it
You
better.
Right. You right.
Because there's no right or wrong. Just deliver it better.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't.
So
You
people
can't. You
could
can't. It's
understand.
like
Yeah.
you gotta talk to people. You gotta talk to the audience, especially now, like kids.
Yeah.
Would you talk to your kids like that? Would you shove them a book of something right in their throat?
Yeah.
Without them understanding how to read
Yeah.
the pages first? That's what I'm talking about. Do you know how to? Your kids are not gonna know fourth grade or fifth grade or ninth
Immediately.
grade. Yeah, they're not gonna learn ninth grade level
yeah, it takes
words
time.
if you're trying to teach a first grader. That's what I mean. Right now, you gotta slowly.
Let's get back.
But that's
Nah, for sure. I want to before we get out of here, I want to play a little game.
Let's do it.
I want you to tell me, is it easy work or is it championship round?
Championship rounds.
I'm gonna
Okay.
give you 5 names. I give you these 5 names. I want you to tell me what it's gonna be.
Let's do
if
it.
y'all in the ring.
All right.
You ready? Shakur Stevenson. Easy work or championship round?
Championship round.
Okay.
Don't give it
okay.
to me.
Okay. Isaac Cruz.
Easy work.
Easy work.
Okay. Straight up and down. Stand on it. Ryan Garcia.
Easy work.
Stand on it. Devin Haney.
Easy work.
Stand on it. Stand on it. You know what I'm gonna say, bro.
Yo.
Javante.
Easy work.
Easy work.
Them boys standing on 10. Nah, man, I appreciate
I don't
y'all,
see
boy.
nobody competitive. You know, Shakur a little bit because he knows the game about
Yeah, I
standing
like Shakur,
tall.
man. I like Shakur.
He knows the game about
Yeah.
standing tall, and he knows the
Technique, too.
Yeah, he knows his movements
Yep,
with his legs. He doesn't do the same thing over and over again. You know, so I give that boy a little
Yeah.
props.
Man, listen,
You
I
know,
like your
but,
dad, man.
Yeah,
He a
but,
real dude.
There ain't nobody could beat my son in boxing, man.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
yeah.
that much
Straight
right
up.
now. And we're gonna bring the whole
up.
thing, the whole 9, because in this game you can't slack. Like I told my son, man, we gotta be healthy in there, man.
Yeah, nah, for real.
because that will take it away from us, you know.
For real.
And unfortunately it did.
That health,
but
like you
we
said.
coming back
Gotta
because you know,
help.
like a lot of people tell me, we humbled that man. Ain't nobody gonna humble me. The reason why you haven't heard me is because we ain't fighting. You know what I'm saying?
But December
I'm not
10th,
the
we
guy
gonna
that
show
I'm
you.
not the guy that's gonna be on social
Yeah.
media every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, like, come
when
on,
my son
crying
is not
about it.
fighting.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, you right.
So nobody's gonna humble me. The day that somebody's gonna humble me is the day that I say, oh shit, man, that dude beat the shit out of my son. That dude really is the real deal. That's
gonna
the
see that.
day
I don't
that
think
I'm
we're
gonna
gonna see
be
that, though.
humbled.
No, sir.
But
think we're
I
gonna
know what happened that night.
Yeah.
You know, I know what happened.
Well, there you guys have it, man. Honestly,
I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate you and Pops coming out, man.
Thank you guys for having us.
man,
Thank you to My Mixtapes. Hey, thank you guys for everything. Honestly,
Hey.
Teofimo Lopez, you
Hey,
guys,
my
we
prediction-
are on the takeover
My
move.
prediction,
Yes, sir.
Trade of the year 2023.
Stop playing. Stop
All
playing.
right, if we don't get a big fight, then 2024.
No.
That shit happened in
You gotta
2023.
speak that shit.
But
You know that, Pops. You know that, Pops.
2023
You know that,
will be
Pops.
Trainer of the Year.
Yeah.
And my son will be Fighter of the Year.
With 3 of them, though.
2023.
No cap.
I'm letting you know right now. We got the recipe. We have done it before.
Let's do it.
And we
Ring
will do it
Magazine.
again.
Yes, sir.
I've been on Ring Magazine.
Stop playing. Stop
You know,
playing.
I can't say that much for a lot of coaches out there.
Nah, for real.
I don't see a lot on My Mixtape neither. You know, I don't see a
what
lot
I'm
of
saying?
coaches
We
on
don't
there
reach out to
either.
2 minutes. We don't reach out
The
to 2 minutes.
takeover, baby. Let's go.
Hey,
December
man, I
10th.
appreciate y'all, man. December 10th, my boy,
Woo.
is going down.
Let's go.
Blessings.